Alright, so I haven't posted a video in about 2 months, and here's why. Alright, so if you've made it this far in the video, that means you give a shit at least a little bit, and I genuinely do appreciate you, so thank you. I'm about to really open up here. So in a nutshell, I haven't posted a video in a couple months because I've been doing a lot of homework and a lot of connecting with valuable people that can help me elevate. But I am gonna backtrack to about mid-2019. And that's when I took a job that I'm gonna go ahead and consider the last full-time job I'm ever gonna work. Yeah, so I took that job and it was repairing Apple products. I was repairing computers, phones, whatever. And I took that job following being fired from Mercedes-Benz Stadium, which was over basically a misunderstanding. And I took the Mercedes job following working as the media person at the High Museum. I would shoot their media. I would also maintain the in-gallery audio-visual tech. And I quit that job because it got kind of unhealthy for me to keep working there. So yeah, but there was a gap between Mercedes-Benz Stadium and me working for Apple. And during that gap, I wasn't contributing enough to the household with videography to outrun the bills. I ended up having to kind of sell some high-dollar Funko Pops to kind of close that gap. Until I got that next job. And after I got the job at Apple, the gap was closed. We were fine. But anyone who knows me personally knows that I cannot stand the hamster wheel lifestyle that comes with working certain jobs. I love the staff I worked with. I like being at the job, but at the same time, there was still a part of me where that felt like jail. You know what I'm saying? So while I was in that job, I pretty much, while working there, was also the entire time planning to work my way out of it. And so, I'm working the job, the bills are being taken care of, my wife works too. And so I start picking up marketing books, listening to podcasts. I listen to a bunch of like Andy Frisella, watching YouTube, just trying to retain all the information I can with any free time I had. A lot of times while I was turning screws, there was, an audio book or a podcast playing in my ear. I kind of just stuck with doing that until the pandemic hit. At the beginning of COVID, like a lot of people, I got laid off from that job. And it was a job that I was honestly going to quit in about a month or two because I had, started to put that knowledge I was gaining into place, and I started picking up my bookings. Well, along with me being laid off from the job, obviously there's a pandemic. Every single booking I had gets canceled. I'm left with nothing. Oh, and I promise this is all gonna loop back to why I haven't posted a video in 2 months. But again, I'm just opening up, telling my story, and I'm gonna tie it all together. Spring, summer 2020, and I'm just basically, retaining more information, reading, watching YouTube, and teaching my daughter because she was being homeschooled. And I even began developing an app that I plan to revisit at some point. Yeah, the summer goes by and the bookings do start to pick back up, and it's kind of started to feel like I didn't have to pursue the job. They just started coming to me. And I had all this marketing knowledge floating in my head, and pretty much there came a point where I was like, I want to start to, you start talking to people and you start realizing the stuff you're saying, like, people don't know. You think it's normal to you think the skills are normal to you, but to somebody else, you're a value. And so I started reading up on marketing just to sell my own services, and along the way learned that I can sell that marketing knowledge. But during 2020, like I said, all the information was there, but it still wasn't streamlined. But I still wanted to kind of show people I knew what I was talking about. And so, August shows up, and that's when the channel as it is today was born. That's when I jumped on and basically decided that I'm going to use YouTube as like this giant, fun lead magnet in a sense, where I just kind of display to people that, I know what I'm talking about, hire me. Because gone were the days where I'm this guy.
Somebody! Anybody!
So yeah, started doing that, and then started to kind of learn that I can use marketing to put the value behind my videography. Like basically, if I can show clients, hey, this is why this video matters, then I can sell a video better, you know what I mean? But like I said, information still wasn't streamlined. I felt like I knew a lot of stuff that wasn't connected. And from there, you know, I got a little more serious about reading up and studying, like even more so than I was before. And I decided to actually put money into it. You know, there's only so much you're gonna get from the book, from the YouTube video, because you start to learn during marketing that all that stuff is to get you to buy the big ticket course. So, you know, so I joined this, at first I joined this kind of tribe, the Video Warrior tribe. They were a Facebook group, and the two guys that ran it, Marcus Rideout, Nico, they do have like a Zero to Warrior course where they teach you how to sell big ticket products. So at the time I decided, all right, I'm about to start, this course was $2,000. And so I'm about to, you know, make it feasible to spend $2,000 on this course. Well, by the time I decided that, they were permanently deleting the course that weekend. I mean, if you already bought it, it was yours forever, but they were going to permanently delete the course. So within the group, they started kind of posting, you know, if you're going to do it now type shit. It wasn't feasible at the time because sort of during this moment, you know, I was on the road doing YouTube, and that also just kind of, even before I posted the last video, there was kind of a gap. And that gap was me figuring out how I want to redo how I do business. I said before, I can use marketing to back the videos, and that's when I entered the digital marketing space, and that's where the algorithm video came out. I started just using some of those little tactics that I was learning, and since I posted the algorithm video and started putting things into play on my own Instagram and social media before, you know, offering that to other people, I mean, my following has gone up about 2,000. So, and that's with losing probably over 1,000. It's kind of been a tribe adjustment. And so I am confident that, you know, the things I'm learning and the things I'm learning for myself are working. Because like I said, I'm trying to use YouTube to kind of show you that, you know, I can be a trusted sort of industry leader in the market I'm in. Well, like I said, I found out that there were a bunch of other videographers that figured out that marketing was the move to sell their videos, and that's kind of what that tribe was about. But I couldn't afford that course. I started digging through the course, and I see this David DiBiano guy floating around helping out people too. And obviously, based on my interest, I find out that he has a course because I kept getting retargeted by the Real Deal Strategy Club promo. And before I get into that, I'm gonna go ahead and say, if you're a videographer struggling to sell videos, click that right there. I've also linked the Real Deal Strategy Club down in the description. It's been a value. This is the course I ultimately pulled the trigger on. Yeah, we're running a deal at the time where it was totally affordable for me, and immediately they were a value. I gained two awesome mentors, I feel like, in David and Mark. They're two guys who made the course. And even from there, when I entered the digital marketing space, I started meeting new people whose brains I was picking. But yeah, so I took everything that I practiced in that course, and earlier this week, I'm shooting this video Wednesday, February 3rd. So this past Monday, I was able to show up in an office, do a discovery meeting, tell them what value I'm gonna bring, and they paid me a deposit that paid for that course twice. And so I'm very happy about that, because in the meantime, like I said, while I was learning, I wasn't making money. I actually had to pull from the savings to even buy that course. And
you heard that? That's the sound of the price going up.
After I picked up those paid courses, it really kind of snapped together all the marketing jargon and information and knowledge that was floating around in my head. And I just started to have a lot of aha moments, like, oh. Then, you know, I was actually going through these courses, and I just walked over to my wife, just super giddy, and she's like, what's up? I said, bro, we about to be rich. Me kind of being comfortable enough to have the weight of someone's marketing strategy on me, I am at that point. I am achieving what another digital marketer kind of mentioned, financial confidence, knowing that, hey, if I gotta go make the money, I'm gonna make the money. But yeah, I mean, like this week, I went into that meeting, I got given a deposit for, I won't disclose the amount, but we will say, like, this is the amount of money that I have to, like, sometimes it feels like pulling teeth, and that's a whole video project. And with this, you know, I'll be collecting X amount before I even hit record. You know, I still have to put the strategy together. And so I really am moving into the corporate space. I'm gonna keep shooting music videos, but there's like not gonna heavily pursue them, but if they come to me, they will come at a price, because obviously it's time that I can be putting into the corporate projects that have become big ticket items. But you're gonna get a damn good music video when you get it. I'll guarantee you that for the money. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. This channel's about to be a lot more valuable. Oh yeah, and one thing I've been working on is I'm getting a studio complete with CYC wall in my basement. And I've gotten with a really cool person who you'll be introduced to later on in my channel to help me out with that. It's gonna be a content creation playground 2 floors below me about midway through this year. So that's about to be dope. With that, this office space as we know it, we're also in motion of moving that to the basement as well. So having more space, that in itself is going to be a creative space. My setup, I mean, I consider cool as hell right now, but it's about to be on 10 when I get downstairs. Boy, shout out Royalty RGB. They've also been a big part of, you know, they've been a nice network of people to connect with. Yeah, pretty much I've spent this 2 months just rebuilding my site, reading, watching courses, even looking at courses that I was given by a digital marketer. That's basically what I've just been redoing how I do business. And that kind of came at the cost of not posting a YouTube video. I just really haven't been in the mindset to shoot. I haven't been in the mindset to really sit and shoot a YouTube video. I have been working on the Amazon Luna video. I'm in the middle of that, but and that'll be coming out. But I gotta tell you, this channel about to be dope. I'm gonna open up with a review, and then we're gonna talk about some brand messaging, some mobile filming, but then I want us to get into this series I call A to M, and that's me teaching DIY business owners how, you know, when they pick up their big fancy expensive camera that they probably a prosumer camera they brought, they don't have to rely on the automatic settings so much, because sometimes the automatic settings don't make the best decision for what you're trying to shoot. So I'm gonna be doing that, and definitely stick around, because this channel's about to get doper. Yeah, doper. But yeah, just kind of learned the history behind all that, and yeah, man, this shit about to be lit. Stick around.